Hey everybody, we're the Ohio guys. I'm Mike. He's
I'm Crane. How's it go?
And this is our review of the Mandalorian episode 5. Which, before we watched the episode, before we do the review, people were talking about how it was like not that great. It was quite a bit fan servicey, which I can see where they were talking about. There was a lot of fan service, yeah, a lot of like references to like older scenes in the older movies and stuff like that, like Han and stuff like there was very much a mimicky type thing. But I really don't see what everybody's complaint was.
I don't know either,
Because honestly, it was a pretty decent episode. Like, it was pretty solid.
It was okay.
I don't understand what people's complaints were.
I don't see what the fan service was.
I don't either. Well, and there was. But I don't see what everybody's complaint was, because the episode's called Gunslinger, and it pretty much falls on the line of like a gunslinger. It really does.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the episode starts out, Mando is getting chased by a person trying to collect the bounty, of course, on Baby Yoda.
Oh, spoiler alerts. Sorry.
Yeah, spoilers as usual. Whatever. Trying to collect the bounty on Baby Yoda, shooting at the back of his ship and stuff like that, because Mando's ship isn't fast enough to run away. And the guy uses Mando's line. He says, "I can bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold. Your choice." Mando slams the brakes on the ship. The guy goes past him and says, "That's my land." Boom, guy dead. And tell there you go. Lands the ship on a planet to get it repaired. The lady who comes out to repair it is a female mechanic, and a pretty good character actually. And he tells her no droids and stuff like that. And he tells her he'll get his money. He'll get her money to pay her for the ship repairs. So he goes to the local cantina to get a job, basically. Mm-hmm. Apparently, the guild no longer works on the planet that they're currently on.
It was Tatooine.
Oh, okay, that's why it was fucking. That's why.
Well, yeah, because they're in Mos Eisley.
Yeah, it's Tatooine. But anyway, So he goes to the local cantina and stuff, and he meets a younger bounty hunter that is clearly supposed to be rip on Han. Like it's clearly a Han, the way he sits and everything, And he's like, "Hey, I got this assassin that I'm going after. That she used to work for the Hutts, and he didn't say that. Mando says it. Mando says, "You're an idiot, kid. She used to work for the Hutts and everything else like that. You go after her, you'll be dead."
Yeah. But at least they didn't do a remake of Han and Guido.
Shooting first, yeah. The kid tells him, "It's my first job." He's like, "If I do this, they'll let me into the guild." And Mando says, "Fine, I'll help you." So he goes back to the thing. The mechanic lady has since found Baby Yoda, and is basically taking a liking to Baby Yoda, and says, "Okay, I'll get it fixed. You found a job, good for you," so on and so forth. So they head on the speeder bikes to go get the assassin. So they go out there and they come along. Someone being drugged by a bigger like animal thing they used to ride around on.
Yeah.
And the kid thinks it might be her. And Mando's like, "Here, I'll go first." And he's like, it's another bounty hunter that was going after her." She starts shooting at him. They take cover behind the dunes because she has the higher grounds on the rocks. Mando says, "Well, we'll head out after dark, And the kid's like, "What if she escapes?" And he says, "Dude, kid, she's got the higher ground. She ain't going nowhere,
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna wait for us to make the first move." So the kid takes the watch. The suns go down. He comes back. He thinks Mando's sleeping and does some weird little like gun play at him. Gunslinger shit at him. Mando just waits for him to quit and goes, "You done?"
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Mando basically tells him, he's like, "Hey," he's like, "So we're gonna have to speed across the valley to get to her. We use these flare things to try to blind her scope. With our speed, maybe we'll have a chance." And the kid's like, "Maybe?" And he's like, "What? You wanted this, right?"
Yeah, he's right.
He's like, welcome to bounty hunting, right?
Yeah, he signed up for it.
And basically, yeah. Because the kid has no armor, Mando can take a blaster shot because he's wearing Beskar steel, So they head across the thing, blind with the sniper. Sniper takes Mando off the bike. The kid actually gets behind her and tells her, "Oh, you're done," stuff like that. But the kid, being the inexperienced person that he is, allows her to basically knock his blaster out of his hand, and then she starts beating the shit out of him. Mando gets up there and stops it. Is like, great, he's like, great, decoy, basically, distraction kid, He's like, "Go find your blaster," right? Mm-hmm. They come down the mountain and stuff, and there's only one speeder bike, so they can't all ride on it. So Mando says, "Well, I'll go get the thing. I'll be back," And while he's gone, the assassin lady talks him into like, "Hey, he's worth more than me. Obviously, he's the traitor, so on and so forth. If you take him in, not only will they let you in the guild, but you'll be a legend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll help you do it. Take my shackles off, and I'll help you. Well, the kid decides to shoot her instead because obviously if he takes the shackles off, she'll kill his ass and just leave.
Yeah.
You know.
So at least he's not completely retarded.
It's not completely retarded, but this is the point where he's like, okay, I'm gonna take on Mando by myself. And I'm just like, you couldn't beat the assassin lady by yourself, and Mando beat her, so you're an idiot, you know.
Oh, and what better way to piss him off?
So he takes off on the speeder bike and goes back. Mando goes back too, eventually on the animal thing. They get back there, and the kid has kidnapped the lady mechanic and Baby Yoda. And is basically like, you know, drop your blaster. Mando drops it, and he's like, well, I'm going to take you in. I'll be a legend. He's like, I'm going to take this little thing in too, you know. Mm-hmm. And he tells the lady to cuff him, and Mando still got the flare thing.
Yeah, basically a flashbang.
Yeah, it's a flashbang, basically. So he flashbangs, the kid starts shooting sporadically, Mando gets to the side, boom, shoots him, kid falls off, he's dead. Good riddance to a retard, apparently, because he wasn't real smart. Mando gets Baby Yoda back, he pays the lady, and
they take off.
That's about it, they take off. Now, they did hold on another bounty hunter or something, finding the Asian assassin lady that the kid had killed. Mm-hmm. And they held on it, so it must be an important thing to the plot eventually. They don't show you who it is. So who knows who it is at this point. With the Star Wars universe, it could be... It's endless, you know. Fuck, it could be Han, for God's sakes, you know.
No,
maybe. Be a bunch of people. But it had a cape thing, so I doubt it's Han.
Maybe the Empire?
Who knows, dude? Who knows? I mean, who the hell knows? You know, like, it could be a bunch of different people. Yeah. Yeah, not a bad episode. Not a bad episode. Probably for the storyline, it was like it's good. Like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't play much into like furthering the story more than it was, though. It's more like a filler episode, really. Yeah.
But I will say though, Mos Eisley, they do not like stormtroopers.
No, they don't. Oh my goodness, stormtroopers' heads on a pike, basically. But yeah, like very much. It was good. I honestly don't see what people were bitching about, because like they were like, oh, it's not very good, it's not a strong episode, and I'm like, well, yeah, granted, like it doesn't really play more into the story, it's more like a filler episode, but it was called The Gunslinger, for God's sakes. Yeah. It literally did what it set out to do. You introduced 2 more female characters that were badass without having to say they're badass, you know.
Yeah. Well, another thing to point out too is that this is usually how the Star Wars formula is. Like, you'll have a few good episodes, then you'll have one filler to help set up the plot for even further episodes.
Which is why they held on the bounty hunter at the end. That's your leading into your next episode. But they still had some good characters. They had 2 female characters that were badass. The female mechanic was a cool character. She was definitely, you know, I'm in charge. I do my shit. You know, fuck you type of character. And then the female assassin was fucking really good. Like, she gets 4 shots on Mando.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them being a chest shot. That if it wasn't for the Beskar, he'd be dead.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, you know, that's a damn good fucking character.
And took out his bike.
Yeah, that's the 4th.
Yeah. 2
on the armor, then the bike, then an armor again. 4 shots on his ass. One, like I said, one being a chest shot. If it wasn't for the Beskar armor, he'd have been fucking dead. You know. So it's not like they weren't good characters. But I see where they were like the whole fan service. It was Tatooine and all that bullshit. Clearly the cantina is supposed to be the cantina from then, and that's why the whole Han bullshit. So I get what they're saying with the whole, like, it's fan service quite a bit.
Well, I wouldn't really call it so much as fan service. It's more like teasing nostalgia in a way.
Could be. I don't know what the problem was, though. I mean, I saw it and I was like, oh, look, the kid's supposed to be Han, basically. Just an evil version of him, basically.
Yeah.
Because Han wouldn't have went after a kid. That wouldn't have happened. So it's basically just an evil version of Han. Kid even kind of dressed like Han a little bit,
Kinda.
A little bit. A little different, but still close. Yeah. His blaster was like Han's, wasn't it? Because didn't Han's have like the scope thing on it too?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so did the kids. Never thought about that until just now.
Yeah. But he didn't give off the same vibe either.
No, he gave off more of a... Han's was like it was a cocky vibe.
Yeah.
But it was like a cocky vibe, but like also like I'm smarter than I look vibe. Where the kids was just a cocky dumbass vibe. Like, you're just a dumbass, dude. Like, you're in over your head. You do not know what you're doing. Like, Han would take things that was like, it was hard for him to do, but like, he could probably do it, you know?
Yeah.
This kid was just taking shit that's like, there's no fucking way you're winning this, you know what I mean? Like, you're dead. Like, I even told you before they even went off to find the assassin lady, I was like, even if this works and they get the assassin lady, he gets in the guild, this kid will not last long.
Oh, no.
Because it's like, he just doesn't get how the game works, basically. But, yeah, decent episode. I don't understand what everybody's complaint was about, honestly. But yeah.
But I think another thing is look at who is complaining. Because look at the source.
Yeah, it's the hardcore fans that are complaining. Like, the super hardcore fans are complaining.
But let's be honest, don't they always complain?
To a point.
Whenever it's not book.
Yeah, I know.
Completely by the book on the lore.
That's why we're doing this, because we're not, and it's just like, we're going to look at it like an entertainment purpose. And it was entertaining. Like, it was a fun episode to watch. And you got to remember, too, Star Wars gets its basis is, you know, with Lucas and stuff like that, its basis is Western films, samurai films, and old science fiction films.
And the thing about the hardcore fan base I do not understand is, like, if you want to be more, like, strictly by the lore, you go Star Trek. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And that's not a jab towards Trekkies by any means.
No, because Star Trek has always been the series that's more based on, like, the science of it, the lore of it. Where Star Wars has always been more like the fantasy version. And that's and fans watching this Star Trek War, Star Wars or Star Trek Wars, Star Wars or Star Trek will agree that's the truth. Like, Star Trek was always more scientific, more lore based, more like, we'll spend an entire episode explaining you what this engine does, you know, and how it works, right?
Yeah, or hey, here's the situation we got. Here's how bad it's fucked. Here's what
Let's talk this out. Let's negotiate. You know, like, you know, that's what Star Trek always was. Star Wars was always more, you know, action based, fantasy storytelling.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, completely and it's what it's based off of. It's based off of fucking Western samurai films and old space films. And this episode touches on all three.
Yeah, definitely more like the westerns.
Yeah, touches really heavy on the Western in this one. It's of course touching on the space stuff because it's, you know, Star Wars.
Space.
It's Star Wars. And then the whole assassin lady is basically their fucking version of samurai films.
I don't know, that can also touch into the western as well.
It could to a point, but she does do the karate shit.
Yeah.
And she's Asian.
Yeah.
They're going for the samurai film.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, come on. That's an obvious, like, samurai. She even had the fucking, like, braided hair and shit, dude.
I don't know. That could be not just like Japanese.
And Chinese. That was Chinese. That was always Chinese. Like assassin samurai shit.
Yeah.
Because, but anyway, it touched on all three of the things that Star Wars is built on. So I'm like, I don't see what everybody's complaint was, because it was a good episode. Like I said, it doesn't really further the story like the first four do. But honestly, number 4 really didn't either, to be honest with you. It really didn't. It's more of just a filler episode too. But they were both good.
But they also did explain some serious points in episode 4. It's like, hey, you can't just run off and hope they will never find you. You know?
This is true.
So they did kind of reveal some important details.
Yeah, this one's more of a filler. Yeah. It really is. There's not a whole lot of like story progression in this one. This one's, like I said, it's a filler, but it's called The Gunslinger, for God's sakes. Like, when I saw the episode title, I was like, this is going to be about, you know, a bounty type thing. You know? Which is fine. Who cares? That's the point. He's the Mandalorian, you know.
Yeah.
Bounty fucking hunter. Although, once again, him proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is like 100 times better than Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's true.
Just when he killed the guy at the beginning with the fucking ship, just like, that's my line.
Oh yeah, Boba Fett. Yeah, we never did see you learn how to fly, did you?
No. No, he needed to take lessons from Mando.
Yeah, and guess what? Mando did not happen to him. He didn't get eaten.
That's true. Question, I wonder why Mando didn't have his rifle in this episode. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, that was confusing to me because, like, she was using hers, and I was like, you know, if Mando would have had his, he could have shot back.
I'm not sure. Maybe he ran out of special bullets.
Could be, or he just didn't think he needed it.
That's true.
I don't know.
And that could be a really bad mistake on the Mando, because...
That, or it could have just been a fucking, like story plot thing because they were like, we want to have them do the thing across the.
Yeah.
But because I was like, when she has him pinned down, I was like, you know, if you had your fucking rifle, you could have actually fired back.
But maybe he just underestimated her. But no, at the same time, he did.
There's no way he underestimated her, dude. He even told him, he's like, this bitch worked for the Hutts, dude. Like, you're an idiot, you know? So it's like they contradicted to themselves with the whole, like, he says that, and then he doesn't take his disintegrating rifle with him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just, yeah.
Granted, I don't know if that rifle would have had that. We've seen it has some range, but I don't know if it has that
Not
much
range.
But anyway, it would have been better if it would have had the rifle. So that's kind of a mistake on the Mando's part.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, hey, you're a seasoned bounty hunter and you fucked up like that? Come on.
And that could just be lack of, yeah, you know, as far as the...
I don't know. Maybe he's out of bullets, maybe you're right. I don't think he is, though. But he might be after that last assault.
Yeah. And considering he's not really going out doing jobs.
It's true. Anyway, so that was episode 5 of The Mandalorian. So far, like I said, it's still just, it's a great series. And in the words of South Park, it's making the most recent movies look like dog shit. Go watch the newest episode of South Park. It's the current season of South Park when The Mandalorian's airing, and yeah, they literally said that.
And if you really want a cool Easter egg, check the end of that episode, especially the phone
The
number.
phone number, there's a YouTube video for it. There's multiple YouTube videos for it. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, in the words of Matt and Trey from South Park, The Mandalorian makes the new movies look like dog shit. And they are 100% correct.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought that anyway. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for the giveaway and for the new Discord channel. Join us on there. We post a bunch of shit and stuff all the time. And we communicate with the fans and stuff, so join us on there. And don't forget to comment and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget to enter a chance to giveaway. Comment on that video, enter for a chance to win it. As soon as we reach the 1,500 subscriber mark, or whatever current giveaway is going on, we'll be giving away one every 100. But yeah, hopefully we grow quicker. I love giving this shit away. But,
yeah, me too.
As soon as we get to each mark, we give away more stuff. But anyway, that's it for episode 5 of The Mandalorian. And did we think of something for this? I can't remember if we did or not.
I don't think we have yet.
I thought we did, but I don't remember what it was.
I can't remember.
Yeah, piss shit. Who cares? Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yep. See ya.